presentation of the National Football League.
Those of you who've been tracking this weather know the snow heading across the eastern U.S., and it has joined us here at Nashville's Nissan Stadium. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tennessee Titans. Now some wintry football ahead of us as it's all teed up and ready. And away we go on Sunday Night Primetime. Julius Chestnut to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, the #1 pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
We talk all the time, Kate, of the NFL at times being a copycat league, and there's no question the success of Penix and Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels and all of their experience they brought to the NFL game was attractive to Tennessee, taking Cam Ward 1-1. This guy has been there and done it and seen it all at the college level. Now, he's got to bring that experience and watch it flourish in the NFL. I feel so bad, I really do, and I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. Continuing to move past the 45. And they're able to bring him down. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Titans have a first.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Right back to Pollard. It looks like he got beyond the line, but it is pretty tough to see him. It's this snow, and they're going to say, yep, it's a gain of 1. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It is Cup, left side. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Running for the first with Pollard. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Behind the line, he lost that football. And the Bengals get to it. Well, that right there is exactly how you kill some momentum. An early setback, no doubt, but the first time out, fumbling it away in enemy territory, that's tough.
Yeah, and such a bummer, right? Because the journey was going well. You script for success, you get that ball moving, and then you're right, you just lose all sorts of momentum. Got to recapture it the next time out.
So here are the Bengals now as they get set for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his 2nd Comeback Player of the Year award last year with a career-best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
Joe showed yet again, when healthy, man, this guy is an MVP caliber player. He was a stat monster. Almost 5,000 yards passing and 43 touchdowns. Really elevated the Cincinnati team, especially defensively with a lot of flaws, right to the precipice of the playoffs.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
The Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. On the keeper, it's Burrow. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there, and they catch it behind the line. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Offense to the line, second down. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. That one's incomplete over the middle.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Don't want to punt from here, but too far for a field goal as well. You're going for it here. Trying for it with Burrow. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identifying what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On the sneak, here's Ward. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Nissan Stadium coming up after the break. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They've got a first to begin the fray. They give to Pollard from the gun. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down now, ball at the 33. They'll run here with Tajay Spears. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number one, got to control that nose tackle. Number two, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
First and 10, it's Pollard. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Design quarterback run here. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
Third down, and they need to get 10. They'll throw. Third and long. Cut out left. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Don't go, it's Pollard. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a first and goal.
That's another Titans first down. First and goal.
You look at the tendencies and the stats, Kate, fourth and that distance, typically you see pass. Unless, of course, you got the perfect running play in your back pocket and a whole bunch of trust in the people around you.
Pollard on first and goal. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. I mean, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Ward. Drops back. Needs an open man.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
At 2:01, this is going to take us inside the 2-minute warning. This is third and goal. Ward. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now, Brock, still awaiting our first points of this game, and we've arrived at our 2-minute warning. More from Nissan Stadium coming up.
A 33-yard attempt.
Slide's kick is up and good. And that's going to give them their first points of the ball game.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
All set for the kickoff. Slide with the honors. Samaje Perine on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bengals all set to go for their second drive. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. First call here coming from the shotgun. Burrow on the play action. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line to gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Cade, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
This connects with Higgins. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance. 1st and 10 now from the 46. They send a tight end in motion. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Burrow from the gun. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they make the stop, I'm going to say, at about the 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
We've set it down from 37. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
This is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Looking to throw. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, as we all know, halves can't end on a defensive penalty. So now we get an untimed down. Slide's kick is up and good. And our first half ends with 3 points. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando, where I promise you the weather is much nicer than what we've been watching. But who doesn't love a snow globe game? And the meteorologists tell us we're in for more of it in the second half. So time now to get back out and join our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much for that check-in. The blizzard here has not subsided as we're back for the start of our second half. All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, this is P. Ryan. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Out come the Bengals. It's their ball first, leaving the locker room. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Starting the half with a give to Brown. And he's going to continue having trouble hitting full speed running in this. Stopped after a gain of 2. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Motioning one of the tight ends. A give on 2nd. It's Brown. A lot of space ahead. And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
He'll always sign off on it. When that particular call comes in the headset and the running back gets a chance to hear it, a toss is his chance to get outside quickly and let that athleticism shine as he dances through the defense.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
On a quick slant here, it's Higgins. And the stop is made at the 32, so give him almost enough for a new set of downs.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Short yardage run here for Brown. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. We have not seen much achievement today.
So on 4th down, Bengals calling on Ryan Rico for the punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's going to be tackled after a pickup of about 5 here. 2nd down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Now we'll give to Spears, coming left. And it's almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Stopped by the rookie that time, Demetrius Knight. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They run the counter to Pollard. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And tough running as the elements continue offering up a challenge, partner. He is only able to get back to the line there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Line up the design keeper. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap now to Ward. He's making a bid for it. All the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 22. And the Titans have it 1st.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he's going to continue having trouble hitting full speed running in this. Stopped after a gain of 2. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
We've reached the end of the 3rd on Sunday Night Primetime. The Titans have it with the lead. Just got to hang on for a little bit longer. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. DK motioning right. The give on 2nd to Pollard. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Lofts it deep right side. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we got fourth down.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Punt coming now from the Titans on this fourth down. On comes Johnny Hecker. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. The Cincinnati offense headed out now. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Offense to the line for second down. Burrow to the air now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's third and very long. Looking to throw. Has it downfield. It's Chase. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives them a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On the keeper, it's Burrow. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me this, too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Here's Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. He's got Gesicki complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Bengals trail by 6. We've set of downs from 37. Burrow on first down. Taken in by Morgan. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Here's a design run. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
On the keeper, it's Burrow. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, they got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
First and goal, they've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Counterplay, Brown. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Back to throw. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Fifth DB out there now. Big rep for this defense on third and goal. Now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown! But there's a flag down. Might be defensive, though. I think this touchdown should stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
So not an easy feat by any means, Brock. Scoring on the play with interference, and they, of course, decline it and take the touchdown.
Yeah, you talk about it, and you love to see it, guys that can play through that contact, kind of like in basketball, right? You take a foul, but you still finish the hoop. It's the same thing with these pass catchers on the other end of it. Those that can play through contact, they tend to separate themselves.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals take the lead on that successful kick. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Now on the return, here's DK. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here he is to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Here he is to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Now with Io Manor, the intended receiver. And that makes it 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got 1 hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up. So they call a timeout. So that is their final one. And with time left for maybe 2 plays, let's see what they do. Do they chance it or do they just kick it now?
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
An entire game now hangs on this attempt by Joey Sly. They're going to call their final timeout here. Just 9 seconds to go. So it all comes down to the right foot of their kicker. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. That one is good! And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
I know that was a kick he could make in his sleep, but with the game on the line, he delivered.
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Going trips left here as they get set. First and 10. Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So this winds up a win for the Titans. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans are your winners as we say goodbye from Nashville.